Well, I have a dilemma moral for you. Listen to this. I thought this on the road.
Wait, is it podcast related?
I wouldn't say it's on the podcast.
Okay.
It's sad.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought this while I was driving. I was like thinking about this. So there's a go-over tortoise in the middle of the road, right?
Do you run it over or do you save it?
No, listen. It's gonna get hit by a car no matter what. It's like, the train dilemma. Do you pull the thing and these people get hit or this person gets hit, right? It's gonna get hit. Would you rather you hit it, but you have sympathy for it, or somebody else hits it and they don't give a fuck?
Ooh. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
Because if you kill it, you're like, damn, I feel sorry for it.
But
if somebody else hits it, they're just like, oh, fuck, I accidentally hit that, and they keep driving with their day, and they're fucking around. They don't care.
This is great for the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. Well, answer it. This is how we. Welcome back to the Reptiles With Podcast.
Okay, what's the situation? He's on the road. Am I switching lanes with the person or?
No, it's like a cosmic. You can't stop it either. If you go past it and don't hit it, he takes another step and the other guy hits him. If you hit him, then the other guy doesn't hit him. Like, he's like, your wheels are here, and if he takes one more step this way,
he's gonna be hit regardless.
Yeah, you cannot stop the being hit. It's all about mental. Do you want to know that, like, oh, I felt bad for him, so I feel better about it? Like, that person didn't give a fuck, but I can't, like, hit him. Like, I don't want to hit him.
Well, it doesn't change the fact that the turtle's dying.
Yeah, it's dead. But would you rather have him die to somebody with compassion or not care?
It's hard because I wouldn't want to have that blood on my hands.
Well, on your wheel.
My wheel? Yeah. Also, my wheel would probably get fucked.
No, your wheel would be more than fine. I don't think your wheel would get fucked up by a gopher tortoise.
I've seen the aftermath of people who've hit tortoises with their cars. It's
speaking of which,
it's impressive for those tortoises. Like they.
So what's the dilemma? What's the answer then?
Yeah, what's the answer?
What's the answer?
Yeah.
It's a tough question. I mean, I don't want to be the one to kill it, and the animal's dying either way.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have somebody else's car that doesn't give a fuck get their car fucked.
Mm-hmm. And you're watching it happen. Like, you see it happen.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it on the fly.
But you see it happen.
I see it happen the same way the other person would have saw it happen.
But they don't give a fuck. They're laughing about it. They're like, haha,
so the answer is, do you hit it or does the other guy hit it?
They're like, damn, I just hit the fuck out of that thing, and they keep going.
If you have no choice,
I'd rather hit the person.
There you go.
I'd rather have the other person hit the tortoise because if I hit the tortoise, I'm just gonna feel like shit for probably the rest of my life. But that person, like you said, doesn't care. So they're just gonna go about their day, regardless.
What a dilemma to start this podcast.
I'd hit it. My answer, I'd hit it.
Oh, dude.
Because like morally for me, I'm like, somebody's got to feel bad for that thing. Like, it's dying. I'd rather have somebody feel bad for it.
Okay,
and you want to feel bad for it?
I'd rather somebody have compassion for it than nobody.
Hold on, but what's the difference of you having compassion for it dying if somebody else kills it?
What do you mean?
You're still gonna have to be compassionate.
Yeah, but the person that killed it didn't give a fuck. Like, I feel like that's like,
okay, and that's
they're
on them.
dealing the final blow, and they're
that's
like,
on them.
But it's on me because I saw it happen. I'm like, damn, I feel bad for that thing.
But you can't change what happened.
Yeah, but I feel bad for it. I'm like, damn, it's dying either way. I'd rather have it me kill it and I feel bad for it rather than somebody else kill it and they're just like, what the fuck? See?
In a different circumstance,
putting it in human emotions. If that thing had human emotions.
Eric is so funny.
If I was dying.
No, because you know what I'm thinking about right now.
Well, no, what I was gonna say about the mic is I bring the mic closer to Eric and he goes like this.
No,
you're good.
Trying, you know.
Yeah, go.
Look, if I was dying, you were gonna hit me with your car, or somebody else was gonna hit me with your car, and they didn't give a fuck.
Do you want to hit Tyler with your car?
You want to hit me with your car, and you feel bad, or somebody else hits me, and they just drive away.
That'll be a great movie moment.
And they just drive away, and they don't give a fuck. They're laughing. Think about it.
That's a good question.
Really hard.
Because on one hand, it could be like the like Dobby's death, where it's like friend on friend.
Yeah.
And then the other one could be like,
wow, what a way to
chase down the
start
person who
this
freaking ran you over.
All right, just answer the fucking thing so we can get to our topics, bro.
Dude, I'm indecisive. You gotta leave me alone.
Okay, well,
you have
Eric,
how long this takes by the end.
Yeah, we'll come back to this.
Option 1, you hit it. Option 2, they hit it.
Yeah,
you know
so
your answer.
Tune in to the end because Eric is gonna give us the fucking answer for the love of Christ.
I might not. Who knows?
No, you will.
You have to. You have to. Where I hit you with my
speaking
car.
of which, on the way here,
OTW?
I had to take like a bunch of back roads. Because
so did I.
Yeah, the traffic was insane. No. Through like the turnpike was just backed up by Lady Lake.
The left turn over there is so bad.
Yeah,
I had to go through back neighborhoods.
No. It was the traffic was horrible. And it took me through like Claremont. For the people that don't know, Claremont is like the only place in Florida that has a bunch of hills.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm going through all these hills and I'm watching all of the destruction. And I saw so many dead gopher tortoises.
Oh, actually?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Dude, today. Because I'm just like, dude, they need to go somewhere. And people are just...
To heaven, I guess.
Well, now, the question is, would you...
They're getting hit.
No. All right. But for real, welcome back to the Reptiles With Podcast. Like and subscribe, share with your reptile-loving friends, the whole shenanigans. Today, we're actually going to do... an evergreen topic. We got asked by a listener that we need more evergreen topics. That's what we're going to talk about today. And then we're going to go watch Captain America Brave New World.
We're going to talk about those trees.
What trees?
Evergreens.
You're so dumb.
My favorite is
Isn't there a
the pine
song
tree.
called after?
I don't know, dude.
Like Noah Khan or something.
I don't know, bro. You know this is your generation.
I forgot your generation.
Chuck's not
AC/DC?
here today, and we have the Sigma Tyler tuning in for him. Yes, the crowd favorite. Eric, what is our topic for today?
Our topic for today is how to source an animal, or not source. I guess I don't know why I said source. Yeah. How to get an animal.
Well, you are sourcing the animal.
I mean, but sourcing gives much more of like
a negative connotation.
Not negative, just like work-related connotation.
Yeah.
When you're getting a pet, how to get one ethically, I guess. You know, or more so just responsibly, so you know what you're doing a little more.
Can I give one more tidbit before we talk about this?
What?
Your Lord and Savior, the new president of the United States of America,
Joe Biden?
No, he fucking
all
of ours. It has to
he canceled paper straws. He's anti-turtle. I'm just gonna say that
here. I'm bringing them back, though.
You're bringing them back?
I'm bringing them back. I'm just gonna start littering them everywhere, so people have to pick them up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I'm gonna make a lot of them and just drop them off.
That makes sense.
Like national forests and stuff like that.
Yeah, to be honest with you, that's the most sense, because then the turtles will be like, I can't put this in my straw. You know what? I think is maybe turtles are addicted to cocaine, and they need the straws, and that's why they get lodged in there when they're taking in the cocaine. The straws just go in there.
It's tragic. I think in order to fight this problem, we have to go to the source.
Demonetized.
Alrighty. Yeah. So now, all right. So talking about sourcing these animals, people, if you want to be a breeder, you have to be careful where you're spending your money. Some places are more expensive. Some places are more reputable. If you want to be a pet owner, you face the same thing. So at the entrance of this hobby, where should you get your animal?
It depends on where you start in the hobby.
Okay.
A lot of people start in the hobby nowadays, I think, through social media.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
When I got into it, it was more so we go to the pet store, you're getting dog food or whatever, and you just look at the animal there and you kind of want to get it.
Yeah.
And then from there, the pet store would be where you'd start. Mm-hmm. Not saying that doesn't happen anymore. It's honestly for the better. More people are starting to go off of
You're
social
saying
media.
the generic pet store.
Yeah.
Like the Petco, Pet Supermarket.
Your chain.
Yeah.
I think I would argue that it's maybe not as popular as it used to be, but it's still popular enough that it can compete with the new way of getting into reptiles. So, what was the question again?
you moved the mic.
No, you're good. You're good. You were on it. So now, the inception of people getting into the hobby, Tyler, you're out of everybody here, you're the newest one here, and also the heaviest breather.
Which is funny.
You're breathing so heavy. It's
I'm
crazy.
trying to stay close to it.
Oh, breather. No. Oh, I thought you said breeder.
No.
I don't want to be like Eric. I'm staying like this.
No. Well, when you're not talking, you could back up from the thing. So I
didn't want to end up like Eric.
No. Just when you're talking, lean in a little bit.
Okay.
So now you're the person that got into this, closer to proximity.
Yes.
What was your first inception? Were you like, I'm going to go to a pet store, I'm going to go to a reptile store, I'm going to go to a breeder?
Chameleon.
His first inception was me and Tino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
we groomed him into reptiles.
Which was at a reptile specialty store. You don't have to go into detail with that.
Man, I thought of something really funny.
Yeah, you're good. Continue. Just go.
So I walked into a reptile store and I was greeted by Tino.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I want a Jackson's chameleon.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't get that. It will die. And he directed me to another chameleon, which he shouldn't have done because chameleons aren't exactly the most trustworthy beginner reptiles to get.
They'll steal you.
But it survives. It's still alive. Luckily. So Tino sold me an animal that stayed alive. Now there was somebody else that sold me an animal that didn't stay alive, and he's actually in this room right now.
And it wasn't me.
And it wasn't that guy. Yeah. It was this guy over here.
What was it? A Rankin's dragon?
Rankin's dragon. He's like, you don't want a beard dragon, you want a Rankin's dragon.
So what you're saying is that sometimes even the specialty stores might not be the greatest source. Is that kind of what you're leaning at?
Yeah,
or?
You should buy it from a breeder.
Are you just saying that because
I'm
here?
You should buy it from a breeder.
Okay.
Because it supports the hobby.
Yeah.
Like if you were gonna buy
directly.
Look, this is my example. If you were gonna buy a lawn chair and it was $65 at Walmart and $70 at a local store, you should spend that extra $5 and spend it at a local smaller store. So,
but I have a family and kids to feed, and I
Cry
really need
about
that
it.
lawn chair.
Then you can work one more day and save up $5 more.
Let's go, dude. Sigma shit.
Support your local people.
So support local, buy from breeders, not big pet stores, because those pet stores usually get the animals from
the breeders
at a cheaper price. So just buy from the breeders so they can.
Yeah. Chances are, not that we have to get to the end of the segment, but chances are the breeder is going to offer you a better price.
Not only that, it's going to be the most one-on-one experience. Not necessarily all the time talking directly with the breeder, but there's not as many middlemen in the scenario.
And that's their specialty. They know more about it. It's their animal. It's what they work with. Versus a store is like, I have 50 other species in here.
Yeah, and chances are, like, if you are looking for a specific thing that the breeder might not have in their inventory, might not have if you're at a reptile show, might not have at the reptile show, because they're in breeder circle. This wasn't an advertisement for breeder circle, but they're in different circles within their niche, and they might be able to source it for you from another one of their trusted friends. And obviously that's another situation is just make sure whether you decide a store, like a big chain, a specialty reptile show, a breeder, you got to go with somebody reputable regardless. What is what is the positive from shopping at a chain store? Like, if you had to,
accessibility. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
got you.
It's easy to get.
Yeah.
There's only two specialty shops in Orlando. Versus there's probably a dozen or so like chain pet stores that sell many of the products that you need. Maybe not always like the niche stuff and the animals, but the products, things that you need to get regularly. They're going to be around those chains.
Okay. For
the most part,
it's just easy to get. I mean, if I want to go get we'll say for a ball python, for example, because it's the only thing that comes in my head. If I want to get one from PetSmart, I can go right now and get one. If I want to get one from a breeder, I'm looking at probably a week from now. I won't have until then because shipping, or I wait for a show and all that. So
not only that, but they might just be, sold out.
Yeah. So much easier.
As far as availability,
it's all about accessibility and how. If I want to, I can go get it right now.
The only reason that I'll argue with that is if people patronized the breeder more, they wouldn't have to offshoot their supply to different stores. Because that's the reality. Their supply goes to different stores because, they may not be able to maintain a certain amount, or they need to fund their projects, with their feeders and stuff like that. Now, what would be the advantage of shopping at specialty store?
It's like a fancier version of the chain. You get pretty much everything that the chain offers you, but you get a little more. Sometimes you get a better experience, like customer service and all that stuff.
Yeah. I would say usually you get a better experience because when you go to the big chain stores, chances are the person that's working it has no fucking idea.
That's
what
very
minimal.
That's like one of the
minimal.
exactly.
This is a snake, and this is
sometimes
not
not even. That's the funny part.
This is like a snake with legs. It's called a snake.
No, seriously, because I have to shop at PetSmart all the time for my job right now.
Yeah,
and I'll sit there for sometimes almost like 5 minutes waiting for someone to count out like crickets for me, and I'm like, damn, I could do this like right now and just be out of here within like 5 minutes now I have to wait in line for 5 minutes. But Aura, I guess maybe
I can do your job better.
Basically, no, but it's like it's not a requirement per se that you should have some sort of grasp on the animals at a chain store, whereas with the specialty store, so you need to have that experience, or at least should.
Even though some don't.
Like the restaurant thing where it's like $1 sign, $2 sign, $3 sign. That's how I think of it with that level. It's like $1 sign is like the PetSmart, $2 sign is specialty, $3 sign is the breeder.
Okay,
so that's like the stages to it.
I like
thought
that.
about it like middlemen, because if you think about it, they all go through that everything starts from the breeder. From the breeder, it goes to the distributor, and then from the distributor, it goes to the chain store and the reptile shop.
Yeah, so you're just kind of like cutting out the middleman.
All you're doing is going to the root.
Yeah.
You're hacking it.
Now, so we all kind of agree that the breeder is the way to go.
For the most part,
everybody should agree.
For the most part,
the good thing I would say. Okay, so just in general, you should definitely shop at your specialty store specifically for the supplies.
Well, of course,
because you're gonna at least get people there that are informed of the animal, and they're gonna have the same, if not a little bit more, of the supplies as far as specifics go than your big chain store. You know, the big chain store has the generics. The specialty stores will have exactly that, the specialty. Now, going with a breeder, where do you find a breeder? Because that's another thing that people have, I would say, that have an issue with. Because, you know, there's online outlets. Some people just go straight to Google. Some people go to a specific website. There's trying to find people locally through online market, like local marketplaces. And then there's your local reptile show.
I think the only way you get into contact with breeders is either like social media, like going back to how people get into the reptiles.
Yeah.
Sometimes people follow like breeders or, you know, people who have big projects going on and they get into it from there, and that's where they find their source. Or they go through the specialty store and it becomes like a, for example, with like, let's say a store gets bearded dragons from a very well-known breeder. They're not necessarily going through the breeder, but it's one of the middlemen that they're getting from the specialty shop.
Yeah.
So from there, I mean, the thing is, every time I think about the differences with the chain and the specialty store, it's such a little difference compared to the breeder.
I think what it is like you're getting a little bit more than the generic, and you're getting just a little bit more specialized care. That's literally the difference.
It's the dollar signs.
It's the dollar
signs. Yeah, have that. Morph Market. Go to Morph Market right now. Everybody go. Shout out Morph Market.
Morph Market, sponsor the podcast.
No, but I mean that it's got a great system. It's got reviews, so you can see who's trustworthy. I mean, spend time on there. And
I think. To be honest with you, I think that if you're not going to shop with a local breeder, I would say Morph Market is your best bet.
And even then, with the local breeders, they're probably on Morph Market. You can see feedback from them on there.
Yeah. But the good thing about the local breeders is that you have access to them.
Well,
no, I'm saying like if you're like, okay, I'm gonna buy from this local breeder, it's 30 minutes away.
Oh, then
Let me go look at Morph Market quick.
Yeah,
he's got like 2.7.
It has become Morph Market has become like social currency in the reptile space.
Reviews,
for
it's
sure.
like Yelp.
Yeah,
look at their reviews.
Yeah. I like Morph Market for that. Another good feature about Morph Market is that this became an ad for Morph Market. It's a place where you could like they have an option to find breeders local to your area if you don't want to deal with the shipping. Now, the animals that you guys have had, majority store or breeder?
Majority is.
Yeah.
Wow. Hold on.
Yeah.
I have to think about that.
While you guys think about that, I'm gonna give you my answer. The only animals that I've gotten from a store has been because I've been associated with the store.
Yeah. Same.
But not because I've bought animals at a store.
Yes, because I'm thinking about all the turtles and they've all just been like thrown around and stuff, but they originate from the store market.
Yeah. Regardless, for me, the majority of the animals that I have are from breeders. But yeah.
I'd say snake-wise, I think it's all breeders except for 2.
Okay.
Everything else is kind of just like gifted and thrown around from the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's either gifting or breeders. I have like 4 animals from the store.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I mean, maybe this is a little bit more difficult, but like, which one did you have like a better experience with?
In terms of like pet ownership or the experience of getting the animal?
Getting the animal.
I'd probably say the breeder.
Yeah.
Because like going back to what we were all saying, you're in contact with the person. Like with my Puerto Rican beau, I spent I think like a week talking to him.
Okay.
So he basically gave me everything I needed to know and all that. Versus, I mean, at a store, you don't really get that expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very surface level, if anything, and that's where the specialty store would come in.
Okay. Tylee Wiley?
Most of the animals that I bought, like at least the higher end ones, I'm still in contact with the people that sold them to me.
Mm-hmm.
Versus if you buy them from like a specialty store, that guy didn't breed that animal. I'm just talking to a guy, again, the middleman thing. I'm talking to a guy in between. He's like, yeah, I sold to you. I can't really tell you anything else. Did you feed a cricket today?
The questions that you would ask the specialty store, they won't be able to answer because that's proprietary information.
In my experience, the breeders care more. Like I text with my Aldabra, the person I bought it from.
Yeah.
I still text him, and he'll text me like, "Hey, how's it doing? Like, how much is it weigh? What's it look like?" Like, they care more versus specialty stores.
Now
I sold you that. You bought that?
Basically, yeah.
That's nice, man. That's nice.
Tyler. So the reason why I started thinking about this is I got a message on my website that because I have a blog that. Have you seen it?
I've seen it,
yeah. The blog is literally like why you should buy from a breeder, okay? And I got a message this week from like a student that they found the website, they found that blog, and they were like, I want to like they wanted to do their project on that specific blog. And I was like, oh, I guess this is like a good like conversational piece because, I mean, we've been in it for a while, so we have developed a network, you know? And I was like, well, I think maybe like some general people, one, they don't know. Two, they might think that, oh, no, the specialty store is better. The chain store is better because it's just like a little bit easier to find. But if you could make your way off of Google for a second and kind of just, you know, find your own way and listen to a couple of things, you will see that the breeder is the way to go. At least in my opinion, dude. Because, I mean, again, knowledgeable and availability. Like, that's really what you need when you're shopping for a pet or something like a breeding project. Because the thing is, like, me as somebody that wants to get into a project, if I go to buy an animal at a store or a pair of animals, they're just going to give me general information that they found online. Some information that I could have just found online. That's not going to tell me anything. But if I go to the breeder, like, look, Tyler from Quality Bred Exotics, not you, Tyler, the other Tyler. We bought a pair of white tree frogs, and you know it was from Heather and Ron that kind of like spoke to us about it, and then we went, we got a part of the white tree frog pyramid scheme, and then we spoke to Tyler. We're like, hey Tyler, like we're thinking about getting some of these animals. Give us the whole rundown. We have a group. We didn't even, you know, we're gonna buy some animals from Tyler. We didn't get our animals from Tyler, but. He has great stuff. We're on a group chat with him, and even though we didn't buy animals from him, he's become friendly with us, and he's like, hey, like, you know, I'll help you out throughout this journey. You know, and he's been a great resource.
Yeah, he's given us everything we need to know.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, he almost killed the white tree frogs.
Did I?
And yeah, with the face rub. No,
one of them got nose rub.
Yeah, one of them got nose rub.
It healed, by the way.
It did? Yeah. Look at that.
It healed.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, breeder is the way to go. What is the downside of a breeder?
Downside of a breeder?
Yeah.
Accessibility.
Morally, there isn't really a lot. It's
Yeah.
more so the practical stuff like accessibility and expenses.
Yeah.
Because going to a breeder, you know what? I was gonna say it's usually more expensive, but I was thinking about it.
No,
like,
it's
breeders
cheaper.
are usually a lot more
Yeah.
cheap. Yeah. It depends on what animal it is. Because I was thinking about like common stuff. Because usually with like when you're working with the chain stores or the specialty stuff, a lot of it's wild caught, or not all of it, but
some of it is. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about some specific species, and it takes me. I was thinking about savanna monitors, but
Savanna monitor.
Yeah, it's hard to really think of. Like,
I think like a price point is
if you're responsible. There really isn't any cons to going through a breeder.
Yeah. Price point is a specific thing because, like, let's say me, if I needed to wholesale some animals, right? I'm gonna sell them anywhere between 40 to 60% less than I would normally on my table, which means that the store is gonna charge 40 to 60% more than what I got, what I sold them to. So they're gonna get, and they're probably gonna go a little bit higher because they have more overhead, they have expenses, they have employees. Whereas a breeder, I have me, maybe one other person that might come help out or whatever, and then I have couple other relax there, Tyler.
Whoa, I'm just sitting here.
Yeah. I see your eye rolls.
I didn't roll my eyes.
Yeah, so the overhead is different, and then also because there might be a little bit more leeway, you know, on my, I might have a little bit more flexibility, so I can work on somebody with a price. Where the store is usually going to be a little bit more strict because they have their own protocols to go through.
Bro, what is going on?
What are we talking about, dude? You didn't like my maneuver?
I don't know what's going on with that.
I'm
bro.
dancing, dude.
I don't know what is going on.
All right, now wellness. You get an animal. What are you looking for in the animal? How do you know that the animal's healthy? What are we doing for purchasing?
It's breathing. Its eyes are open.
He's got to be smiling at me.
Yeah.
Tell me
it's got to give you hugs.
If I boop
it's got to show you love.
If I boop its snoot, it got to smile.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Sorry.
No, but I mean, pretty much just make sure it's breathing and because.
Make sure it's breathing.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, no, I mean, okay,
there's
okay,
specific things you
dude,
look out
you should
for.
have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There has to be specific things.
But like breathing is one that's like one of the main ones.
Watch
you know?
it.
Watch how hard it's breathing.
Yes,
also,
that's what I'm saying. Like
See
if that
it
thing
eat.
looks like it's freaking like gasping
look at
for
it
air.
Eat, so like make sure it's eating.
Well, if it's a snake, you can't look at it eat.
No, sometimes you can.
You should not take home a snake that you just saw eat.
No. I mean, like once you have it.
If
like,
you
watch
talk to the
first
breeder,
meal.
they'll send you videos of the snake eating.
Not always.
Oh,
not
Like
always.
Eric's buying for me. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to see a picture of a blue tongue eat, sure. But my ball pythons, I'm feeding live. I'm not gonna show somebody a fucking live feeding video.
I know.
Again.
You're gonna put it on TikTok this time in live.
Let's go.
Please send me a galaxy.
Yeah, the most common thing, if we're talking about like a reptile show, because that is another pretty common place to get animals. Our eyes are usually the biggest thing to worry about, and if it's a snake, you're looking at mites.
Yeah,
just
so
inspect the animal, belly and head, usually like the neck area.
Yeah,
make sure there's no visitors on its scales.
Yeah,
some species are more likely to have them than others, but it's always good to check. Obviously, and this goes for any animal, regardless if it's a reptile or amphibian, if it's a freaking dog, if it has discharge from the eyes or nose or anything.
That's what I was gonna say. You got to look at the eyes. Eyes, you want clear eyes. You don't want foggy eyes. You don't want a lethargic animal. You got to check the nose. You got to make sure there's nothing running out of the nose. Mm-hmm. The breathing. Make sure there's no wheezing. The mites is a big thing. Yeah. There are different kinds of mites. You have snake mites. You have lizard mites. But snake mites can still affect certain lizards. Mm-hmm. Lizard mites are, on a gecko is super fucking dangerous, and they're red. You could see them, because you can't really treat a gecko the way that you're gonna treat, maybe a skink, and also snakes. What kind of ailments do turtles get? Oh, fungal.
The fungus stuff, RIs, and I feel like there's more.
Not looking happy enough.
Not looking happy.
I feel like it'd be weight.
You ever gotten a sick animal?
Yeah.
From a purchase that you've gotten?
Yeah. I have. They're good now.
Thank God.
Yeah.
4 now.
4 now. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not good now. It was the McClay.
Oh.
The one that was trying to get passed off to me.
Nah, that was more as a joke.
Yeah.
It was not a joke.
I'm figuring their situation out.
Charlie,
but
you want these?
And that's like the number one thing that you get with turtles, shell problems.
Yeah.
If you don't get them from like a good source, I mean, this was a rando, that had a super cool species that was given to me. So I'm not saying, well, I feel bad because I wasn't even there to see the animal or anything. The animal's good, but it's a pretty perfect example of what not to get because it was there's holes in the shell and underneath retained scutes.
What's that thing called? The people that have that hole thing that they're scared of? There's like a phobia.
Hole? Trypophobia? I think it's trypophobia.
Some shit like that.
It's trypo. Trypo.
Trichiophobia.
That's fear of the trachea. That's different.
Lady! Can't she hear me?
Probably.
No, she can't hear me. All right. Well, she has it. I want to ask her.
Watch this.
What are you doing?
What is the fear of?
I thought you were gonna.
I thought he was gonna call her.
I know. I was like, you don't have my wife's phone number.
Triphobia. Trypophobia.
Yeah, I was right. Fuck you.
Right. Trypophobia is a fear of small holes, bumps, or patterns.
Yeah.
None of that tracheophobia.
I have
trachea.
Female phobia. What's that? Wait, you're scared of females? I have female phobia.
It's called Sigma.
I have Sigma phobia.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
What were we talking about?
What you look for?
Yeah.
Tortoises look for.
No. I said, well, you could finish that, but I was saying if you got any sick animals, what do you want to look for tortoises?
Like just look at their shell, see if it's like.
Oh, soft. You don't want it to be soft.
Yes, with baby turtles or honestly all turtles.
Yeah.
But more so with babies because they are supposed to be squishy when they're born.
Yeah.
Well, they come out like little freaking gummies.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't be squishy for so long.
Yeah.
And take a photo of them, send it to some people, see how they respond to it. Baby turtles.
Fuck you. And this, I'll say one too that kind of goes for everything. It's usually a turtle thing, but it works for everything. The animal should always feel heavier than it looks.
Okay.
Like if you pick up the animal and you're surprised of how heavy it is, that's a good sign.
I'll do you one better. If you're surprised of how light it is,
that's worse.
Yeah.
Like, I can throw this thing up in the air really high.
Specifically with turtles, because you can't really tell if a turtle is like good weight or not unless one you pick it up and you can see the in between their legs.
Tickle its butt.
That sounds super weird. But
which one? Mine or yours? Or both
of them, dude.
Well, mine is a tactic. Tickle's butt.
I mean, yeah, that is a tactic.
Yeah.
So
stop touching me there. No.
Tyler, you ever gotten a sick animal? Are you sure? You haven't had an animal that just got deceased real quick after purchasing it?
That wasn't a sick animal though.
The Rankins?
Yeah.
That thing was just...
Who did you have a better sale experience with, Eric or Tino?
Listen.
I wanted to go buy a blue tongue from there too.
Yeah.
And Eric was trying to get the blue tongue to show me. That thing was like biting at him and running away. He was like, this one doesn't seem too nice today. I'll go grab another one. It was so funny.
You know why? Oh my god.
It was in the small the
little
rectangles.
cubes.
No, it was bigger than the cube, like the
Oh,
rectangles.
okay.
And it's like running around the back. It's like biting at him. He's trying to grab. It's like, this one doesn't seem too happy today. I can go grab some other ones. It was so funny.
Yeah. Did it do the shitting thing? I always call it a musk. It's not really a musk, but it's
I've never been shat on by a blue tongue.
Really? Mm-mm. They will let out some nasty fucking things when they're scared.
But let me explain the Rankin situation, because that's something that it is a learning moment.
Rankin gate.
Everything.
All right. So Eric sold Tyler a sick Rankin's dragon, and it died immediately. Eric is a horrible person.
No, it was not
everything
sick.
he told me to do with it, everything, and it
was not sick. Because if you said it was sick, you'd be tarnishing the name of one of our good friends. So
Serpentera Exotics.
Oh my god!
I'm kidding.
No, but I learned.
All right, go for it.
Back
what
then,
is your situation?
we got the Rankins. They're smaller than bearded dragons. Even as babies, they're little small fries and they're cute as hell. But they're a little more sensitive than a baby bearded dragon. And at the time, no one, the people I work with and me too, no one really...
Be sensitive about what you're about to say. Continue.
Well, back then, we didn't really... We cared for them the same way as we would a bearded dragon, and everything was okay for the most part. And then we started to learn, they need a little more humidity when they're little. And even talking with Eddie again about all that stuff too.
Do you know why it is that they need more humidity?
They're just smaller. They come. I think it's more.
They dry out easier.
They dry out easier. Okay. I don't know if it has to do with where they're from.
Okay.
I would just assume it's just their smaller bodies, so it's not as easy to.
Got you.
I don't know.
Liquids move around. Yeah.
You need more humidity than me.
I don't know. Little quirks and features that different species have, but it was a learning experience and that goes back to. Breeder versus specialty store. There's a big gap of knowledge and care.
Yeah,
there
when
really
it comes
was.
to there really was.
Yeah, I wish I would have gotten him a
So
breeder.
you sold Tyler this animal that
you had no idea about. You're just
they were healthy.
Pass it off to
they were
him.
healthy. It's just if they're not as forgiving as a breeded dragon.
Oh, so Tyler fucked it up, is what you're saying?
Everybody
I did what I was told.
Exactly.
Don't keep it humid. You can soak it once a day. Feed it greens and crickets. Don't mess with it.
And where is it today?
In the sky.
I came downstairs and it was upside down in the tank. I was like, what the fuck?
It died dramatically too?
I will say that's crazy.
It was like, I was like, no.
That's crazy that happened. I still don't get it.
What the fuck, dude?
I still don't get it.
Fine. The harder one, fine.
What's a veiled? They don't die. Veils don't die.
They die.
They do not die. Is yours dead?
No.
Exactly. So they don't die.
Because I've also, remember,
they don't die. He goes, they die.
We have similar connections, and I've definitely, seen some people kill them.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Me neither.
Yeah.
The veils were always the ones that would live the most, except for pies.
Anyways,
pies don't live long for some reason.
Really?
Well, at least rearing them up, they always suck. That live.
Rearing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so have you? Other than that, have you ever gotten an animal that didn't thrive for you? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I've had ball pythons not do well, but I think it's genetic wise. There was a specific animal that the genetic has issues eating sometimes.
What
I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Yeah. And no, it's not a spider.
Freaking parcel tongue.
And that one, it took forever to fucking feed for me. And by the time that it started, it was way too fucking late. So after that, I was like, I'm never working with. I didn't know that it had that issue, and I was like, I'm never working with.
He's never working with ball pythons ever again.
Never again. Never. Yeah.
He doesn't know. He breeds ball pythons.
Yeah, I don't know. I breed ball pythons. Now, to the most important part of this podcast. become a member.
Oh my god. Become a member and you can become a breeder.
Yeah, the best way to support us is by becoming a member. You could check out modernreptileshop.com. You get our merch. You get the Reptiles with Coffee. Ryan Hartwig, this episode is specifically for you. You wanted more evergreen topics, and we're going to be doing more of them. And Ryan bought a shirt and some coffee. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Chuck's here in spirit, and Chuck also says thank you. Finding the right substrate is a paramount part of reptile keeping. And if you're looking for the best cocoa option, we recommend Cocoa to Go. Cocoa can be used for reptiles, amphibians, and even plants, so they're perfect for any kind of setup. So we make sure to use Cocoa to Go. Let them know that the Reptiles With Podcast sent you. Eric, we need to know the answer. If you've made it this far, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Eric has a decision to make. What is the decision between?
The other day when he hit a gopher tortoise, did he feel bad or not?
No.
No?
No, that wasn't the decision.
That wasn't the question either.
Yeah, if you had to hit the animal, or rather, if the animal was going to get hit regardless,
I already answered that one. I thought we were talking about hitting Tyler.
No, you did not answer.
Yes, I did.
Hitting me? What the fuck? Why am I getting hit?
The question became...
No, you never did. You were like, oh, I don't know, because would you rather hit the animal or would you rather somebody else hit it and you have to watch? It's so morbid.
I would rather have someone else hit it. I don't want to kill it.
Yeah,
and it's going to die anyway.
I don't want to do it because I feel like somebody's got to feel bad.
Yeah, but you're
going
to feel remorse for it anyway.
Yeah, but the person that killed it didn't feel bad for it.
Yeah, but you're still feeling remorse for it regardless.
Yeah, but the person that killed it didn't feel bad.
What will that
matter? Yeah, what will that change?
In my mind, that animal was sad because somebody killed it and they didn't care.
Okay, and that's valid because I'd probably feel very similar.
It's like putting your own dog down. Would you put your dog down? Would you let it suffer?
Here's the problem. Here's why I can't. Here's why I wouldn't be the one to run it over.
It's a moral thing.
Because if I ran it over, I would not only one regret hitting it.
I hope so.
And two, I'll be constantly thinking about how if I could have done this, if I could have done that to save it. But in the case that it's gonna die anyway,
you could also swerve your car and hit the other car and made that guy admit.
I said that, and you guys said I couldn't do that.
No, I'm saying you're still gonna be thinking about that regardless. You're still gonna be thinking, is there a way I could have saved it? No matter what, you're gonna be thinking that.
Well, if I swerved into the car and I saved the tortoise, then yeah, I'm cool. I'm chilling.
Yeah, but
Cedar Rapids.
In Cedar Rapids.
That's not like.
Well, there's no gophers in Cedar Rapids, so it'd be more so probably 27. I've never seen a gopher tortoise on 27 though.
What is 27?
US 27.
Yeah.
I was right off
Midwest of Florida.
I was right off of US 27 getting onto Claremont where I saw those gopher tortoises.
Man. Well, Claremont, they got a lot.
Yeah.
Well.
What? Had a lot.
No, they're still around.
They're moving to Split Oak.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
The verdict is I would dodge the turtle or the tortoise, and then I'd hit Tyler.
And then after you hit me, you just ran over 10 more gopher tortoises because they were all behind me. I was leading like a fucking single file line, and they were all behind me. So you're just an
eco-terrorist.
No, I was saving them. You're the one that...
You were saving them by putting them onto the highway with a bunch of cars.
Would you rather hit one gopher tortoise or watch another guy hit 5 of them?
Damn. That is
what kind of fucking predicament is that?
Terrible question. Terrible question.
You gotta hit one or the other guy hits 3.
I'd rather sell you another Rankins than do that.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
Jeez.
You made some good commission off that one, didn't you?
Hell no.
He never made commission, dude. He's commissionless.
That was...
Yeah, got you. Sorry, buddy.
I follow no commissioner. It's not very hard
for jokes to go over your head.
Oh, my God. Oh, that was beautiful.
That was beautiful, dude. Listen, dude, before we get going here, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? Anything that's going on with you guys, animal related?
My carpets are fat.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's about it.
You got your...
I got Redfoots.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
What are they named?
Can you talk a little bit? Can you talk a little bit about your group that you're in and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I'm a part of it's like a herp club with UCF, and it's basically just a bunch of people who like reptiles.
I thought he was gonna say kids. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, dude, that was crazy.
Please say
no, because I was gonna say a bunch of
tell the truth.
Because I was gonna say it's a bunch of college people, but I'm not in college.
Gotcha.
Neither are a few people.
But you're college age. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just people our age, not you.
Good to know, Eric. Yeah.
Who
trust me, I feel
reptiles. It's cool and it's also very refreshing because it's not.
He's their messiah.
No, I'm not.
He's
Jesus
their messiah.
Christ. No,
And they
I'm
listen
not.
to this fucking podcast.
Yeah.
No,
We know
no, they don't.
that he's your messiah.
I'm gonna link this podcast in that chat.
Can
like,
you please?
I will.
Tyler.
I'm like,
Yo.
I'm like, yo, at Eric, is this you?
And then you're gonna be like, at me, is that you?
I'm like,
Me?
wait a second.
That's
like,
me. Tyler, I'd die
Eric,
if you
this,
did that.
Eric, this guy looks like you. Is that you?
I would
Oh
die
my god,
inside.
Eric. Oh my god.
That's so. Oh, it's the UCF.
No, it's my mother.
She's a part of the
Anyway.
UCF. All right, go.
Anyway, it's just like it's like a club, like
Yeah.
your regular like university or college club, but it's
Yeah.
with reptile stuff, and it's refreshing because it's new people. It's not the same people that we all know, because we have a lot of people we know, but it's it's cool to meet new people.
Yeah.
Um,
Your network is your net worth.
yeah, that's
So
right.
what you were saying, Eric? You can go ahead. And,
Yeah.
I
No,
don't know what's going on over there.
It's. I see people on all like levels of the hobby. which
all
is
all
really,
ages,
really
all
fun.
levels.
No.
All right,
no,
continue,
just
continue,
levels, just
continue,
levels.
continue.
There's people in the club who don't know anything about the animals but are interested to learn.
Yeah.
There's people like me and Tyler and Tino.
No.
No.
There's people that are the messiahs. Continue.
Shut the fuck up.
Like
Uh-huh.
Eric.
Pro
There's people-
level.
there's people who've been in it and like work around it and stuff.
Pro level.
And then there's people in the middle. They just casually keep an animal or two. And
Gotcha.
They're pursuing a career that involves the animals, and they're just all hanging out.
Yeah.
We go on little hikes here and there.
Eric leads the hikes. He's like, everybody follow me.
I do not lead the
Stand in a
hikes.
single file line. Watch
No, I
out for
don't.
Tyler in the car.
No, I don't. No, it's cool because every now and then too, because like researchers and graduate students actually do science, like real science stuff.
Hell yeah.
And I've gone out to do some stuff with them a few times, and it's just interesting to see the people actually doing like the science stuff that I always think about doing and all that.
Yeah. You've done some shows for them.
Yeah. Because a lot of them they live in dorms and stuff. They don't have animals and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to miss a table with like snakes and lizards and all that stuff. So we've brought animals before. Whenever they table an event, like I forgot what it's called, but it's in the beginning of the year, and it's kind of like all the clubs do like a tabling thing.
Got you.
And then we're always the most popular table, which I think is pretty sick.
Sigma.
It's like the snake table, and it's like the computer science table. And it's like,
I'm not even joking.
And
That is
everybody's like,
how,
huh? What
that
do
is
you
how
want
it
me to do?
was. That is exactly
You
how
want to
it
write
was.
some code, or look at this massive snake?
That is exactly how it was.
Where's
That
the
is-
exit?
That is exactly how it went, which I thought was pretty funny. But it's cool. It gets people more comfortable. There's always people that have never even seen a snake, never touched one, and you can go ahead and give them a good,
Oh, okay.
Go.
Oh my
Just
God.
go.
You can give them a good first impression of the animal.
Yeah, you
and
can.
They walk into the table freaking out, going crazy, and then they leave, with a better
Finished.
idea of what a snake is.
Yeah.
And, the fact that they've actually been able to hold one changes their mind about everything.
And me and Eric are going on an overnight trip with them, right, Eric?
I don't know if I'm going.
Okay.
What is the overnight trip?
They're trying to do a thing in South Florida.
Eric, you should go.
That's fine.
Oh,
No,
okay,
I don't know if I'll be able
work,
to
gotcha,
schedule it.
You'll be able to go.
I'm not sure. Regardless, they're cool people. They're always doing something fun, and
Yeah.
people to hang out with. It's cool.
So you got Redfoots for
Yes, and through that, I met some really cool people, and I ended up getting Redfoots. Most of them went to you, or not most. I think
Two
we
of
split
them.
them
We
half.
split 'em
Yeah,
half, yeah.
I got a little pair of adult Redfoots that I keep outside now. That's fun.
Named-
I haven't named them yet.
Dude,
Originally, I wanted to name them Anakin and Padme.
that's kind of fire. What's
but
the one that
fire.
I liked? The name that I liked?
Oh, you
I
know.
don't
what-
remember.
No, say it, Eric. Remember.
Freak Bob.
Freaking Bob.
No, it wasn't freaking Bob. It was like Kitty and Red from
Oh
That
yeah,
70s
I like
shows.
that one too.
Yeah.
It was between Kitty and Red and Anakin and Padme.
Yeah, so if you want some fire turtle content at Reptiverse
Oh,
on
God.
Instagram. Why? Oh God, dude.
I'm trying.
We need to bump those numbers up. The
Yeah.
two things that need to happen.
apply myself to that.
The two things that need to happen on this podcast. Everybody needs to go follow at Reptiverse and also share this because we're almost at 3,000 subscribers on the channel. I'm trying to get to 3,000 subscribers before my birthday. I'm not gonna tell you when my birthday is, but
I'll tell you when his birthday is.
very
Dox 'em.
soon, very soon. So for my birthday, share this podcast. Tyler, you got anything cool going on with these animals other than our White Tree Frogs projects?
We have white tree frogs.
Which is insane to
Yeah.
think about.
We also have. What else? What else?
No, I don't know. Is there anything cool going on? Anything cool recently that you've done with your animals?
I have the mud turtle eggs.
Oh, have they hatched yet?
No, March 1st. They'll probably hatch around March 1st.
Oh yeah, I got
Okay, because I got mine around the same time as yours, so I showed
90
okay.
days.
Wait, did we all
So-
get eggs at the same time?
No, you got them. You got yours a while ago.
No, I got them like.
Sorry, you got yours more recent. We got ours like.
I got mine beginning
ago.
December.
Oh,
like December 5th. So mine are due 90 days. So like.
Are you using the incubator?
Cool. The fire hazard that Eric gave me.
Yeah.
Put it on the carpet and turn it all the way up. Smells like smoke in here.
Did you actually start smelling smoke?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, because I don't know what happened.
Oh,
I didn't tell you anything. That's the
I
thing.
know
That's
you
my bad.
did. Yoshi called me. Why is that on the floor?
Dude,
get it off the floor.
I'm sorry.
That was crazy.
I forgot that we had that little transaction that day. So
that's so funny.
I have map turtles. The female was in the dirt the other day.
Really, already?
Yeah, she was because it's finally hot out again. So she was like,
nice, dude.
Nothing there, but she was like,
let's go.
She's testing. So.
Yeah, I've got in the past week 3 redfoot clutches. I've got in the reef turtles are digging. The map turtles are digging. The sliders are starting to come out. I'm still waiting for the mud turtles to wake up a little bit. Yeah. Anything else cool going on? I think the next time people will see us, or sometime soon, we're going to be going to a reptile show very soon.
Repti-Con catches at Tampa.
I don't know if this was coming out first. Yeah. I don't know if this was... Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't know if this was coming out first.
Oh, my.
Or if the Tampa one is coming out first.
He's mean to himself.
Yeah. I think that's it, guys.
Make sure to say hi to me at Tampa Repti-Con.
I don't know if this is coming out before Tampa Repti-Con.
Is there only one Tampa Repti-Con in the existence of Earth?
You're right. We'll be at Tampa Repti-Cons all over the place.
And Kissimmee Repti-Cons. And
Orlando, and Jacksonville, and Atlanta.
And any Repti-Cons. You could be part of the podcast.
Yes, you can be. That is
Come
factual.
say hi. And Yoshii will have you on here for, what was it, $25 I paid? I think that's what it was.
All right. This was a Reptiles With Podcast.